Hey, thanks so much for watching the replay. Tonight I'm going to be working on the Christmas countdown. So I tried to create an event, and for some reason it wouldn't work, but that's all right. So I have all the pieces here for the Christmas countdown set. And then I'll just kind of show you. Now mine, I already used it once, so it has a little bit of staining on it. Well, let me see if I can flip this. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there's all filters here, nothing else. Oh my God. I don't know how that happened. Oh my God. All right, I can't flip it, sorry. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. Usually like a little box pops up and you can fix it. All right, so this is the kit. So you get all of this in your kit. Now yours would be all one piece. And then you also get the chalk paste. And you get a little squeegee. And you get the little wreath. And it has a little magnet here. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. And it's actually 2 magnets because you would have it on the front of your on the front of the board, then you would put the other magnet on the back side, and then that's what's going to make it so you can, move it along in the days. But today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to do this on another night, and this is how they have the project looking. And I apologize on Facebook, you're seeing it flipped. But I have this whole thing. If you saw my live the other day, where I made this little project. I have this whole thing about wanting to use these little trees. So I'm gonna use the trees with this because I think I can kind of make it work. But I have to get one more little supply to be able to do that. So I just had to switch it up at the last minute. But when you get the kit, you get the directions. There's also right here a little QR code. It'll bring you right to a video showing you step-by-step how to do it. I mean, it's pretty, if you've done Chocolatory before, it's, pretty self-explanatory. But if you've never used the products before, there's a lot of, information. If you don't like to read, it's perfect because you just go to the video and it'll tell you what to do. So, and it gives you suggestions for the colors, which colors to use. And you get the 3 packets, but this is actually enough paste to do a couple of projects. So, if you wanted to, do this on some other surfaces, you could always add other surfaces to your order. And then you can, kind of make a couple projects. Oops. Let me put those to the side. And I'm not going to use these tonight. I kind of debated back and forth about using ink, but I think I am going to just use paste, but I'm going to use slightly different colors than what it came with. But again, you get all that paste. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but if you've ever chalked before, it's actually quite a bit. So, all right, so this is one of the pennant banners. And these are, I want to say about I think they're $5.99. They're pretty inexpensive. So I'm just putting this down on, this is an old mat from a machine I used to have. There are the ink mats, you can use those. I just wanted to use this mat because it's small and my ink mat is big. And sometimes on the video, if my project isn't covering covering up the whole ink mat because it's black, it messes with the camera. So that's the only reason I'm using this one. But it's the same kind of idea, the sticky mat. So I'm just sticking it down, and I'm really sticking it down just to kind of get rid of hold these wrinkles out of the way. So now my transfer, I I cut it because I just thought it would be easier to work with. For the project I already did, I just used the numbers. So just, but it gives you, you could, move it around, do it move it how you wanted to. And that goes with like, you don't have to only cut transfers that have the cut lines. You can, as long as you're not cutting through the white space, you can do whatever you want. All right, so I'm just going to keep this toward me for a second so that I can kind of line it up. Now I'm just lining it up like with these corners when I put it on here. I definitely would recommend ironing these first. And you can use paste or the ink on the canvas banners, because just kind of think of it this way. You want to use ink when it's something that you're going to wash. But you could use the paste will hold up just fine. So it's, we're not going to be, nobody's going to be washing this. All right, so I just put my corners, I kind of estimated that it's about the same on each side. And just to try to keep it level, I, put my little corners right down to the edge of it. Now I really want to press this down well because we're on the canvas. And I'm just kind of going from the center and pushing it out. So that way if there's any little air bubbles, it will, push it to the sides. And the other thing you notice, I didn't fuzz it. So I didn't use my cloth or towel to kind of put a little lint on there because I want it to really stick. Okay, so I think that part is good. And I've written on the back so that I know that I'm gonna put, after I clean this, I'm gonna put it back on this shiny side. So, and then I have the other piece here. Now this piece I've never used before, but to the side. So same with this. Now I think I might keep it lined up exactly how it was, because when I put this all back together, I might add some like greenery or something to the top. But you could definitely like bring this up and fill the whole space. And then I'm just kind of like just lining it back up right where I cut it. So. And again, same thing, I'm going to go right from the